Dude, I have these topics like like Cook Talk. I figured I'd talk about just old stories and shit, but then every week something seems to happen, and then it just gets my mind working, and then that's what I want to talk about. And I don't know, it's a new channel. I guess you're watching it evolve if you've been watching from day one, or if you've been watching all the videos so far. But this week was just really hard. Um, and let's see, it's the 10th, so I've been back to work for about a month and a half now, and I would say for the most part, my experience has just been, I've just in a negative headspace. I feel very irritable at work, like all the little things you see, and it's like, oh, that's right, this is what it used to be. This is, stupid normal things. You know, you ever come into a night station and then the AM guy's gone, and then you see the station isn't stocked. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Or you bring up a problem with, you know, with quality in a product, and maybe it's portioned out wrong, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it's a thing. It's like, what the I don't know. But this week I kind of just, I think I kind of I just really shut down. I focused on myself. In my head, I was like, you know, I'm coming into work focused. I'm here to cook, do whatever I need to do, and then I'm out. That's it, you know. And I didn't really have a plan, I had all these just complaints, bitching that I had in my head that I had formulated. And the whole time I'm like, should I bring it up to my chef? Should I not? Should I talk to my sous chef? Should I talk to the executive chef? Should I bring this up at all? And I just don't, just because I'm very much, once you say something, you can't really take that back. It's kind of out there. So I was just, it was eating me up. I was really unhappy at work. And I don't know. I don't know what happened. One of the cooks asked me, like, hey, are you okay? You've just been really weird this whole week. I don't know if, whether it was okay to approach you to talk to you. I know for sure front of house was looking at me weird because I am the most social, outgoing of the back of house staff. Like I will deliberately go and eat a family meal with front of house, kind of like an opportunity to like build relationships and bridges, and it just makes things a whole lot smoother, honestly, if you can have a really good relationship with front of house. And yeah, and I kind of just let her know like when my griefs were, and I just felt kind of fucking over it. Like I'm being held accountable to things, but it doesn't seem like anyone else is. And I thought about talking to my exec chef, but I had 2 points of references. He's spoken to me before. Anytime I've had like a complaint, and both times it played out the same way. The first time was there was a bad closing. The cooks, our lead really didn't. He was really subpar that night. I mean, just poor expoing, just piling orders on us. It was a nightmare of a night. And we just wanted to get it out of there. In fact, we had been talking like we should just dip. Like, we're so over this shit. But one of them didn't want to, so we're like, dude, either we all walk or none of us walk. That's how bad it was. That's really how bad it was. And even the chef, the next day when I was talking to him about it, he's like, dude, I could feel the resentment coming into the kitchen. Like, it wasn't a bad close. It was just like, I could tell you guys were pissed off. And so the exec chef came in, he heard, he appreciated it, but then he pulled me aside, and he said, if and when I was ever in your situation, I would have just, gotten focused and just gotten the job done. Like, yeah, it sucks, but that's still no reason for you to do your best, you know? You guys could have definitely, like, hey, you know what? It was a shitty night, but let's end it strong. You guys had every opportunity to turn that night around. And yeah, even I mean, at the time I was like, okay, like I was upset, but I understood what he said, and he's someone who I respect. So for me, it was like, that's what he said. That's how it is. The second time, I had been having trouble with another employee, another lead. So after the first lead from the first time, he got demoted. Someone else took over. And this other person was just, I started to feel that, like, anyone who got into the third position, they would just immediately kick their feet up. It was like a kickback position. And it really just bothered me because I'm someone that, like, if you're my leader, or if you're leading me, it's like it's not unrealistic standards. I'm not trying to be like, hold it, but it's like, there's, you know, don't show up like 30 minutes late and just like, oh, it is what it is. Don't just like, for you guys ever notice how it's like, if you smoke cigarettes, that's like a ticket to take unlimited breaks. I'm not saying all of you guys do it, but we all know somebody, or have been ourselves. I know I have. I used to smoke, not anymore, but I used to do that. And yeah, when you smoke a cigarette, most likely the chef will be smoking a cigarette, or a manager, and then it's like, yeah, sure, who's going to say anything? And if you say something, if someone gets called out, it's like a domino effect, because then you got to look at everyone. So it was just obnoxious. And these are valid complaints I had, because it was other people telling the chef too. And then again, he came and he summed up that conversation he had with me. He's like, you're at a point, you need to decide, what you're gonna do. But then he said, don't let other people's poor work ethic affect yours. And so this week, last night, I was just thinking, and then I felt what connected both conversations and would connect this one. If I go to talk to him, I know where it's going to go. And it's accountability. And I was trying to hold everyone else accountable, but I wasn't holding myself accountable. It's like I had, like, lost my way, my north, my true north. And one thing that I do believe is that the higher you move up in a position in any organization, any field, I think it should be because you're doing more for others than for yourself. It's like, that's the trade. You want to go up, then you have to be more of a, I don't want to say the word servant, but be there for other people more. And I think if you just look at businesses, or just how the world is, it kind of is. I mean, a lot of people for sure take advantage of it. You definitely have those fake ass, wannabe chefs that just, it's for their own selfish, reasons. But I think the real good ones is usually because they're trying to, like, I want to move up so I can pull the next guy, the guy that's below me. I want to pull him up. Like, that's really in my heart of hearts what I want to do. Like, and I was just building, like, I'm holding other people accountable, and they're not, being held, they're not up to my standards, which I've never laid out to anybody else. I don't talk about that. So I was just building up this resentment, and it just reminded me of this quote. Resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. And that's exactly, fuck, dude, when I remember that, I'm like, god damn, that's so true. So accountability, and I mean, I've been learning how to become more accountable to myself, but it's like, this was like that next step, and I think that's what it is. I think that's the challenge when you're no longer, if you're a line cook listening to this and you're looking to move up, the biggest number one challenge is holding yourself accountable and knowing that, balancing the, you know, letting the people below you, giving them enough space to do their own thing, but knowing when to pick up the slack. And that's hard, dude. You know, it you really gotta be like, not necessarily a people person. I'm not. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking, but you gotta know how to fucking talk to people. You know, you're a cook, and how many different type of personalities have you seen work in the kitchen? Tons. You gotta figure out a way how to like work your way through that. It's not a maze. It's a fucking labyrinth, dude. You know, you gotta be professional. You have to be flexible, and you know, the way I saw it was like, can I fit whatever my complaint is? Can I do something about it? And if the answer is yes, then fucking do it. That's it. Quit fucking just let go. Just do it. And that kind of make me feel empowered, you know, because I'm taking action. I'm not waiting on someone else. I'm just, you know what, I see a problem. I'm doing it. Let's go. And if I can't, bring it up and see if I can find a solution, you know. And if it's not, then it's like, okay, you know what, can't do anything about it now. Let it be, and we'll just think about it. And that just made me feel so much better, you know, more selfless, and that kind of requires your, you know, its own type of discipline, just like working, you know, in the kitchen, the fucking line, just being able to keep your cool, think under pressure. Why can't, you know, why does it just have to be when I'm fucking got 12 orders working at the same time, you know? Like, you know, it's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, that was my week. And it just, you know, I had full intentions on like on this channel, me just telling like old stories, but the last 3 weeks, well, since I've been coming back, since I've come back, I feel like I've kind of like discussed what's been going on, and then just, you know, I guess that's a line cook talk. That's a story in itself happening in the present. I don't know. I just hope if it just at least one of you guys listens to this, it's just think about it like another point of view. You know, we've all been there, and if you haven't been there, you're gonna be there. You know, they're just you just get burnt out. You know, and you just gotta realign yourself. You gotta remember what's important, and yeah, just fucking do it, dude. It's hard. That's the part. That's the fucking win right there. And today was a good day. I came in with a better attitude. I came in like, you know what? It is what it is. I do that all the time with the servers. You know when it's like 9:56 and I can see that look in their face, like they're about to tell me that a table came in or that they have to put in like a big order. I see it and it's like, dude, I'm going through my own shit here. I'm not about to give you shit. You got it. No problem. Why can't I do that? How come I can't expand on that, you know? How come the shit that we're good at, we just decide, you know what, we're just going to laser focus on that, and we're not going to figure out a way how do we take that fucking awesome energy we have and start expanding it into our lives, you know? It's not an instant thing. It's just, you know, it's like when you go to the gym. It's like working out, man. You know, maybe you can't do 10 push-ups, but fucking work your way up to it, dude. You gotta work that fucking accountability muscle, dude. And today I fucking hit a new PR and I feel really fucking good about it. It's my Friday. It's Sunday, but it's my Friday. So Wednesday's gonna be a fresh day, and I think I'm back on my fucking groove. I think Sway found his groove.